Sorry, we kind of got into a weak section there. Got some feedback that people were having trouble seeing streams, so we down to the actual Welcome Center.
Excited. Yeah, excited. Yeah. I know this is brand new to both of us. And just very excited to try something different and new. And so yeah, it's exciting.
Pretty awesome.
So
We'll fill you guys in more on that as things come along. We've still got. Let me make sure that noise cancellation is off. Yes, it is. As we said earlier, we've still got so much content to post from earlier this year, even dating back to even kind of late spring. We've got some really cool things to share, including our cruise that we took back in August. We've got so much content to share there, guys. Just have to trust us. It's been beyond busy of late, and it's not for lack of wanting to get this content out and share it all with you and share our journeys and just the amazing time that we've been able to spend together, the places that we've gone. Would love for you all to be able to see these things all the same. Today it is a sunny day in of course, the Sunshine State.
absolutely. I always like to give tips to people because I've done this journey, the road trip, so often. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions about Florida is once you hit that Florida Welcome Center, I think a lot of people that have never done the trip before thinks oh my God, you're there. That's it. You're minutes away from the heart of the action and Disney and everything. Not true, guys. It's super exciting at that stop because wherever you came from, you hit your state that you need to be in, which is awesome. And it just brings the excitement level up a notch. But you got to make your way through Jacksonville first, which is the first major city that you're going to hit in Florida. And then you kind of snake your way alongside, parallel to all the beach areas, like Jacksonville beaches, and then Cocoa Beach and Daytona. If you're going into Orlando, you probably have a good 2.5 hours left to your drive by the time you leave that Welcome Center. And the same thing for us. We're not going into Orlando, but even Cape Canaveral, we're showing 2.5 hours from where we got to be. So it's still a jaunt in.
Yep.
And if you're ever somebody if you're ever someone making the road trip all the way down to the Miami area, fun fact. So my brother-in-law, Mike, and my sister, Mandy, they've done that trip, when they went on a cruise leaving the port of Miami. And from the time you get to that Florida Welcome Center sign to when you reach Miami, it's 8 hours. It's a long time. Yeah. It's a long drive through a state, in my opinion. So I always like to give that info to people just to set expectations of the actual car ride. Once you're in Florida, it's not a bad one.
Did you say it's 8 hours from the border down to Miami?
Yeah.
So that's double the length of our whole trip, basically. Or close to it, I guess. I guess that's not entirely true.
It's not exactly double.
It's only 6 hours to get from Raleigh to the border.
Correct.
So, okay.
Yeah. It's not exactly, it's not doubling it, but I think I've mapped it out when we went at a Port of Miami last time to see what would be better to drive or to potentially try and get a flight down there. And I think from North Carolina to Miami, it was 13 hours.
Wow.
So it would have been a doozy.
Wow.
But I know Mandy and Mike said definitely it's a drive.
Another Quebec, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, lots of Canadians on the road with us today.
Yep. Yeah, that's probably our 5th or so.
More, because through the night we even had I say through the night, but it was really early this morning.
Yeah.
I always say night when it's still dark out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think we got like a second wind as soon as we pulled into the Florida spot.
Yeah.
You like feel very excited now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're in your last state. You're in your destination state.
We're doing it.
We're there. We're in the we're almost in
You're
the
in the
home stretch. Okay.
Yep.
You're gonna call the home stretch?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
absolutely. You're in the last state.
We're in the last quarter
Yep.
of this trip. So yeah.
Sure thing.
It's been it's been a fun night, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm thankful of the weather. I'm thankful that it's beautiful right now. I mean, I don't think we could have asked for better weather. The dash is saying it's 72.
Beautiful.
The dash is saying it's 72 outside. I'll take that.
Oh,
I
definitely.
mean, it's going to be
definitely.
a great day to sail away. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
And we kind of think that this might be a really interesting sail away because
Oh yeah.
there could potentially be a rocket launch right around the time we're supposed to sail away.
Yeah. So
And that would be unbelievable if that happens today. It's all dependent on,
yes.
I guess weather and what they have going on, but it is potential.
That'll be so awesome. So to kind of orient all of you, so Port Canaveral is just to the south of Cape Canaveral. Cape Canaveral is where NASA launches, the bulk of its, and it's, historically so, right? The space shuttle and all the rockets of the program, and of course nowadays, NASA leases those same launch pads, I think. I should know this, like the names like 36A or B. I'm sure somebody watching us now could probably tell us, what those names are for those of us who like, that kind of thing. But we're gonna be just to the south, and considering you can see those rockets when you are several hundreds of miles away, the fact that we're probably gonna be within, I don't know, I'm gonna guess 20 to 30 miles, maybe thereabouts. I could be wrong, but relatively close. Yeah, we will. If you're exactly right, if the weather holds up for a 4:00 launch, and we.
So that's why I'm saying it might be an iffy situation for us because they did push it out. They were talking 4 at first.
Okay.
When I checked it last night again, just to see what the status was on it. Now they're saying it could be a window between 4:30 and 6:30.
But you know what? We're going to be out sunlight. Now, this is what we say. Sunlight permitting, even if we leave later in the day, there's still a chance we could see it.
Oh, I think we
Yeah.
could definitely see it. It just depends on what time it happens
Yes.
at,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, it would be awesome if it happened at the beginning of that 4:30 to 6:30 window, because I think we have a sail away at 5 p.m.
Got it.
So if it happened like closer to the time that we're leaving, I think that would be absolutely amazing to see.
Yeah.
Because you are so close to Kennedy Space Center there.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Kennedy Space Center?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Very, very, it was a great day. The amount of information that you learn there, and you were able to see the shuttle, and just the tours, they're really, really good there. They have multiple stops. They use like this shuttle kind of bus transportation system to take you from one place to another, and just very informative. Anyone who has ever liked anything space related, or you're just fascinated with it, I would say I would highly recommend making that a trip to do. It definitely is an all-day thing. I know we were there like I think the majority of the day for sure.
Yeah.
By the time all said and done.
I've been there several times. Yeah. I've been there several times. I think I've been there. I want to guess I've probably been there 4 times in my life. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'm not sure why it's tilting the way that it is.
So that's what it was doing to me when we did part 1 earlier today. So long as it's okay.
Well, I don't know. That's the weird thing. It's acting kind of strange.
Yep.
So it kind of self-corrects. It may be, I don't know. It's working now though. Anyway, but yeah, glad to have nice weather today.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes off again, off axis. Okay.
Well, it could be us too. This is the first time we're streaming from a car.
Yeah.
So there's phone, moving gimbal, moving car.
No. Now are we? Sorry, I was so busy holding this. Are we in Jacksonville or we're coming into Jacksonville?
You're going into Jacksonville because I think from like where the Welcome Center is to Jacksonville, it's a good like 25 minutes or so. So you're kind of, I think you're like a little bit on the outskirts right now. We did go over one part that I think, there's a city that's coming up right in front of us. You get to start to see the big buildings. So that'll be like downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah. Now, does your maps also now take you around the city like we kind of learned?
I think it does. So I think it does during the weekdays, but considering it's a Sunday, I have a feeling it's making us just go across the front.
Okay.
I think it really depends on the traffic flow.
Got it.
So what we're talking about, guys, is we've discovered that depending on the day that you're actually like traveling through Florida, your maps will tend to do different things for you. We used to always have to cut across the front of the city, which is awesome because you get a really great view of the city. But then the last 1 or 2 times I took the drive down this way, it snakes you like the back way on work days, I think, just to avoid an entire like rush hour traffic congestion. But today it looks like it's taking us the front way. But it's Sunday, so yeah. I don't think you're running into the same problem with volume.
The shot of downtown coming up. You know, it kind of reminds me, if I'm honest about it, it kind of reminds me of Raleigh's downtown.
The downtown here on the waterfront?
But here's why.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think there's bigger.
Well, here's the thing, is because I don't see a lot of really big buildings. And Raleigh itself does not have a lot of really big buildings. I think Raleigh's biggest building, I think, is the PNC Bank building, which is around 40 stories, give or take. You know, even the Red Hat building, it is not quite that tall, and Red Hat has a major, footprint in the Raleigh area. It's just not something that we do in the city.
I mean, I guess you're right when you consider, like, if you compare downtown Toronto. If you compare downtown Toronto,
you have condos bigger than our buildings. Seriously, you do.
I know. And that's what I'm saying.
And many more of them.
When you compare like downtown Toronto to any of these downtowns, yeah, you're right. They're definitely significantly smaller for certain. Right. So yeah, as soon as you hit this bridge, you know you're going across the front of Jacksonville for sure.
Got it. do it. I'm going to take the camera off and reset the gimbal here because it's not wanting to play nicely. So pardon the bounce and shake there. Let's try that again. All right.
You might want to show them downtown
Oh,
really
yeah.
quick by hand. I mean,
There we
it's
go.
not gimbal, but
Yeah.
there you go.
Sorry for the extra shake here for the moment.
You can point about that window if you want.
Lord. Hello, Jacksonville.
That's Jacksonville.
Fun fact, I actually have a cousin who lives here.
That's awesome.
Okay. All right. Let's get the gimbal back out. Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
I'm the driver, so I absolutely can't even help him right
it's-
now.
no. Wouldn't expect you to. All right. We're coming online here. Okay, hold on one second. If it's-
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
if the gimbal's not working, you
Yeah.
may need to stop it.
Okay.
Sorry guys, tech
Unfortunately,
issues today.
we're still having technical issues. We will
Gotta
be
try
back.
again.